Ooh, the tables are turning. She's setting the fires now. She has such a powerful presence just singing and standing there. Hello, my lovely, beautiful friends. It's LC. Welcome to my channel. If you are new and if you are returning, welcome back. I am here for part 2 of Taeyeon's INVU album. INVU. Part 2. I absolutely adored part 1. INVU was one of my favorite songs from 2022, and the rest of the album was honestly no exception. It's been so hard listening to the first 4 songs and then just having to pause and start over. So we're going to continue with the next 4 songs on this album, which starts with Siren and then we'll end with Heart. I would have loved to have done this album in 2 parts instead of 3, but unfortunately SM has different plans for me. If you try to upload a video with more than 4 songs in it from pretty much any SM artist, as I've discovered the hard way, the video is going to get blocked. So I don't really have much of a choice, unfortunately. But we're gonna do the best with what we have and really looking forward to this part today. So let's get right to it. But before we do, please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel.
Later.
For my beverage of the day today, I have a Collective Arts Circling the Sun apple and cherry cider. Collective Arts is based out of Hamilton, Ontario, where I saw the ATEEZ concert in December. And what's really cool about them is that they will put different pieces of art on different cans. I think normally for every type of beer or drink that they have, they'll have 6 different art prints that are on the can. And this one is just really beautiful. It makes you not want to recycle the can. And then it says who the art was by. So this one was by Marley Jennings. This isn't sponsored in any way, by the way. I just think this company is really cool. And this is I've had this cider before. It's very cherry flavored. Yeah, you barely taste the apple, but it's still very tasty. All right, so we're gonna start here with Siren. And as we go through, we're going to be watching some lyric videos, all of which are from the great Zati Farhani. And in this photo, she just looks so stunning and beautiful. I love that grayish, slate blue color on her, which is what inspired my lighting, my selection of color for my bookcase and for my light over here. She's only 3 years older than me, and I really, really hope that I look like her in 3 years. Not holding my breath though. So far the mood for this album has been quite sad and somber. However, some of you have mentioned in the comments of my last video that the energy, or at least the mood, is going to pick up a bit. I don't know. I was kind of getting conflicting reports about how the first half of the album was more sad, but then some of you were saying the whole album is sad. So you're keeping me on my toes here. I'm not really sure what to expect. So let's go with Siren. Starting with the siren. Appropriate. I like the instrumental. Ooh, your heart wants me. Oh, you pleaded me, but I just stare at you. Ooh, the tables are turning. She's setting the fires now. Oh, these lyrics. Ooh. Wow, so yeah, I feel like the tables are really turning now from this first part, because the very last song that we listened to, Toddler, there she was talking about, almost feeling like a child again in terms of the agency that she had in her own life. And now it's almost like she's toying with this person, that she didn't plan to drown them from the start, and that you were the one who fell hard. Your eyes were the ones that got fixed on me, and whose heart really wants me. And then she feels kind of cold and heartless here, saying, you pleaded me, but I just stare at you. I wonder if she's gotten kind of jaded from this first set of 4 songs, where she just I've just been hurt so many times at this point that I can't be in touch with that anymore. And like, you are responsible for yourself. I'm not involved in this. You're the one who started the rash adventure, not me. And then I can hear the siren. Can you hear it as well? Heart taken without notice. I pity you. It's like she knows this is going to go badly. The siren is going. The red flags are waving. And even if you fill and fill, it continues your thirst towards me. Hear the siren. I'm a little dangerous. It's interesting because it's both a warning and also saying, like, you're too far gone. The siren is blaring, but it's basically useless to you at this point. You've been warned, but it's also too late. So yeah, I love this. I love the instrumental, and I love her subtle vocals this time. Like, it's a little bit more on the soft and like laid back side, which makes sense for this song because she's essentially like unbothered. She's unbothered by the fact that you have been drawn in by her. Like, that's a you problem, not a Taeyeon problem. It's almost like she's entering her supervillain phase, which like I am 5,000% here for, I must say. So yeah, let's keep going. Rapper Taeyeon.
Come catch me if you can. 입을 맞춰도 영원히 나를 가질 순 없으니 나에게 손을 뻗지만 그런 너를 난 가만히 바라봐 그 가슴에 계속해서 불을 질러 도저히 헤어나지 못해 너 Keep thinking down 더 빠져들어가 I can hear the
like her vocal performance is coming off a lot like older in this, but like in a good way because it really goes with the tone of the song. I really like that part. Ooh, just got chills. So like ominous. Ooh. Oh, and it's almost like she's a siren, like the mermaid siren, you know? She draws you into the rocks and then you crash. I don't know if that was intentional or not. That was a good one. I mean, they've all been good ones. But this one, I feel like might be one of my favorites of the B-sides that I've heard so far. Maybe up there with Some Nights. But again, I'm here for her entering her bad bitch era. Because those first 4 songs, like, she did not deserve any of that garbage. And now here she is just being like, yeah, I'm a little dangerous. What about it? I don't know why I love that energy so much, but I'm just like, like, give it to me. It just feels so like effortless from her, you know? And I think that's kind of the point where she's doing such a good job through all of these songs of conveying the emotions so well. Like, you can feel her indifference all through this song, but not in a way that affects her vocal performance or makes it seem kind of like laid back. I don't know if that's making sense. But basically what I'm saying is like, this is just so brilliant, and she is so brilliant. I guess that means she's doing a good job as a siren of just like drawing me in completely. But now let's move on to our next song, which is Cold as Hell. So is Taeyeon now continuing in her siren era and she is the one who is cold as hell, or is it someone else who's being cold as hell to her? I mean, I guess it would make sense in terms of the progression of the album so far that she's the one who's, you know, been hardened to the point of just being cold towards anybody who enters her life. So let's listen to Cold as Hell. This have kind of like a rocky vibe. Ooh, the strings are cool. Ooh. This feels kind of like a creepy song. Like a Halloween song. Oh. Ooh. I feel like that drop really snuck up on me to the point where I kind of want to go back and listen to it again. Yeah, that was a really cool drop. It really caught me off guard. You know what? In a way, this kind of reminded me of like an Imagine Dragons song. And it's really cool that she's able to kind of seamlessly jump from style to style in a lot of these songs, but it still feels like cohesive. I do want to go back and check out the lyrics a little bit more closely though, because I feel like I wasn't quite picking up on the meaning like right away like I was with the last one. So I'm used to it. Seeing you in front of me, I think of my past self. Even the air from your sigh, I feel it simmering down. Why, you who let go of still stuck in the time that has ended. When I touch, it withers, the memories that was left in a distance ghost. The warm us, there's no more. Yeah, it's getting cold as hell. So is this the relationship itself or like the memories of that relationship? Because she's saying when I touch it, it withers the memories that was left in a distance. Either way, it's not the best ending. And even if it was us who were beautiful, it's getting cold as hell. So yeah, this really is like a true breakup album, but there's like distinctly less sadness in this song compared to some of the previous songs. It's like a bit more sinister. Like I said, those like Halloween vibes. So let's keep listening. Emotions stagnant on the floor. Yeah, it feels distinctly more eerie, especially bringing up like ghosts and stuff. That line is interesting. When touched, it's cold that it hurts. Place that the peacefulness swallowed noise. And every dazzling thing that's just gone. Of like, everything that was good from this relationship has just been like sucked away. You know, we're a beautiful couple. Any positive memories that we could have had, all gone. Burst into a puff of smoke. Ooh, like the song gives me like the heebie-jeebies in a good way. Yeah, pond that is dried up. Feels like you could see the fog rolling in over a pond if there were like a music video for this. Ooh. Yeah, that was a cool song. It still has a lot of the same themes as some of the first 4 songs, but darker and kind of like more intense and a little bit less sad. It kind of feels like in the stages of grief, this is the like acceptance phase. There was the bargaining with Set Myself on Fire. There was a lot of the depression phase, but then this song feels firmly the acceptance stage of like, it's getting cold as hell. Like this is happening. And even though it's still not a good stage to be in, it feels like a necessary stage, and it makes me really interested of like the fact that she's reached this by the midway point of the album of like, what are we getting for the rest of the album? Is she going to be moving on, like forging new relationships? Or are we going back? Are we just going through the grief cycle all over again? I just love it when albums have this like narrative thread through it from start to finish. And it doesn't just like feel like a collection of random songs. It feels like something that you listen to in its entirety from start to finish whenever you listen to it. Even though I have been playing I've been playing INVU nonstop since I heard it. Actually, I'm really curious. Yep. Top track of the last 4 weeks, INVU. And the last 6 months apparently. In the last 6 months, apparently, even though I've only known this song for like 6 weeks. That's hilarious. But this makes me very excited to move on to our next song and see where we're going from here with Timeless. And again, like, another stunning photo. I kind of want to buy the album just to see, just for the photo book, because I feel like there'd be so many beautiful, beautiful photos of her where I could just like look at her photos dreamily and just manifest myself being that pretty one day. Okay, this is starting to get a little sad. So let's play Timeless. Take my breath away.
비바람 같은 맘이 어지러운 밤이 위태로운 순간 나를 변화시킬 맘의 조각
Pieces of my heart will be sharp.
날카로울 테니 기억 속에 맴돈 오랜 노래처럼
I love her voice.
잊지 않을 모든 것 너를 느낄 때면 매번 계절 같던 그 빛은 날 비추고 We are so timeless
Ooh.
가진 깊이 소중히 지킬 your voice 변하지 않아 last forever timeless 네 맘속에 깊이 닿을 널 위해 노래할 my voice
Ooh.
변하지 않아 last forever 지나가는 물과
I'm trying to figure out the theme of this one.
희미한 흔적들이 뒤엉키는 feeling에 주저없이 내준 너의 그 손길이 일으켜낸 햇살이 내 맘속에 가득해 요란스런 siren
Noisy siren, no need to be afraid. Remember, I'm breakable.
나의 모든 장면 그 안에 넌 담겨
Yeah, this feels distinctly different.
We are so timeless 내 맘속 가진 깊이 소중히 지킬 your voice 변하지 않아 last forever
So she seems like she's trying to make it work.
속에 깊이 닿을 널 위해 노래할 my voice 변하지 않아 last forever timeless timeless
Oh, excuse me.
I really wanna last forever timeless timeless
So is this the same person from Siren?
wanna last forever
Ooh.
늘 같은 나로 남고 싶어
I want to be the same me.
네 맘도 깊이
Yeah, this feels like a heel turn.
I really wanna last forever
Yeah, you can hear both belting those notes again. Ooh. Which we kind of didn't hear in the last two songs as much, but it's almost like that passion is coming through again. There was like that jadedness, but then here it's like poof, like coming through once more. It's interesting because in theory, even though these lyrics should be like, and this song should feel a lot happier, there still feels like a twinge of sadness to it somehow. Because, you know, she's saying, when I feel you every time, the light that was like a miracle shown on me. But she's saying like, I really want to last forever. And, you know that isn't possible for anything to last forever. So that has like a little bit of like a little sad element to it. Like in a way, the themes kind of remind me of the song Stop This Train by John Mayer, of he's saying like, stop this train, I want to get off and go home again, and like so scared of getting old, I'm only good at being young. There are parts of that song that kind of remind me of this song, and saying this like preciously protecting your voice. Like it feels like, what is she protecting the voice against? It kind of seems like she's constantly in fear, like on the defensive. It's so interesting. I feel like there's so many different like little bits of meaning that you can pull from all of these songs. And I love albums and songs where you can do that, and you could just like pick things apart and find little bits that will resonate and stay with you. Not to mention the incredible vocals, like goes without saying. I just feel so fortunate and so blessed to have discovered Taeyeon. If I had never done that video, that top 2022 songs video, I would never be here, having the pleasure and the privilege of enjoying her music. So, all right, let's go to our final song of this part here, which is Heart. Now, I'm gonna try something here. I used to do this for some of my previous videos for different artists, and I'm not too sure why I stopped. Switching it up a little bit from what I did for part 1, where there is a live clip of Heart, but what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to listen to a color-coded lyric video and listen to the lyrics and the studio version, and then I'm going to react to the live version. Of course, barring SM not blocking this video, if I technically have 5 different clips that I'm putting in here. So if that is the case, I might just end up putting my commentary from the lyric video in and then only showing my reaction to the live clip. I don't know. I will cross that bridge if I must. But hopefully, if you're seeing this, that means that I did not have to. Okay, so Heart. Where are we going now? Are we continuing to move forward in this kind of more positive direction? I really hope so. She deserves it. She's earned it. So yeah, let's find out.
이유도 모른 채 열을 앓던 긴 밤들 가려도 비치게 짙게 남은 잔상들 누구도 이런 날 사랑할 수 없는
I like the guitar.
버려지는 게 당연해 아파하는 날도 괴롭혀왔던 시간들
Times that bother, they scarred me more.
그댄 내 가장 감추고 싶었던 상처를 알아보고
Ooh, and those drums.
그 위에 이름 맞추고 다정히 어루만져
She's healing.
닿게 해 담긴 내 맘 깊이
Oh!
스며드는 온기
Oh!
오래된 상처를 위로해준 따스히 안아준 커다란 품 고요히 내린
Ooh. Her vocals here.
떠난 내 기억을 낫게 해준 온전히 날 위해 흘린
Ooh.
눈물
Oh! Oh my gosh. Holy cow. That vocal performance just came out of nowhere. Of course, not in the way that I didn't expect that she would do something like that. Like, obviously, I know she's capable, but it was just like, boo! Just kind of hit like a freight train. But this feels like, again, it feels like a healing song of she's like piecing herself back together after everything that went down. Saying, you realize the scar that I wanted to hide the most. Give a kiss on it, gently pacify it, and make it heal. Console my old scar, the big hug that hugged me warmly. Like a night rain that quietly fell, that healed my scarred memory. The tears that were only for me. Where it's almost like she's describing this mourning period she had to go through, like had to build up the scars in order to heal herself. Like it just couldn't be an open wound. She kind of had to like build up that tough skin, and it seems like she's kind of saying that she built it up on her own because of the tears that were only for me. And like I know I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but it's so interesting that at the 8th song mark out of 12 that she's like at this point. So like what's her next part gonna be? Is it gonna be her like hot girl summer? But yeah, anyways, just like really great. I feel like this really stripped back and bare instrumental. It's just like a couple of guitars and then the like occasional drums in the background was a really neat instrumental to put onto this song, because it goes with what she's saying of like it came down to me, of like needing to go through this to heal on my own. And so having a super like flashy instrumental wouldn't really make sense with that theme. So yeah, super cool song.
아직은 날 제대로 마주하긴 힘들지.
It's still difficult to face me properly. She's saying like face herself.
변해가 조금씩. 놀라워 어떻게 한결
Constantly you love me. Oh, so is she talking to herself or someone else?
강하고 아름다워 그대 닮고 싶었던 그댄 늘 가장 숨기고 싶었던 감정을
Oh, is she talking to like another version of herself?
그대로 솔직할 수 있게 다독여 날 일으켜 텅빈 내 맘 깊이 스며드는 온기 오래된 상처를 위로해준
Feels kind of like Amy Winehouse-y. Oh, locked herself in a small room. That falls that out. You know what? I could be wrong about this, but it really does feel like she's comforting her past self, and that's like who she's talking to. It's not an actual different person. It's like herself. It's surprising how constantly you love me. It's strong and beautiful. I want to be more like you. Where it's almost like this stronger version of herself pulling herself out of it. Oh gosh, this is getting very meta. Of this like become a bigger and warmer hug so that I can hug you in my arms. Of like, it's like a self-acceptance thing. I don't know. I don't know if I'm totally off base here, but that's just like the vibe that I'm getting from this, because she doesn't seem like somebody, even in her darkest moments, who would like need someone else to pull her out of it, if that makes sense. Basically what I mean is like she seems like she would have the strength to get herself out of this, and like the strength from within to be able to move on, especially if what she's saying from like Siren in particular is true. But ooh, I'm very excited to hear her sing this live now. I feel like she's absolutely gonna slay it, and I'm excited to see if she switches it up in any way from the studio version. So let's watch. Interesting choice of outfit. It's almost like what she'd wear to a funeral with the netting. Is she mourning her past self? Excuse me.
아파하는 날도 괴롭혀왔던 시간들 그대 내 가장 감추고 싶었던 상처를 알아보고 그 위에 입을 맞추고 다정히 어루만져 낫게 해 텅 빈 내 맘 깊이 스며드는 온기 오래된 상처를 위로해준 따스히 안아준 커다란 품 고요히 내린 밤비와 같이 떠난 내 기억을 해준 온전히 날 위해
I feel like the only other vocalist I might have heard that is even remotely on her level in terms of like effortlessly beautiful vocals is Wheein from Mamamoo. Every time I watch her sing, I'm always amazed where it's like, she always sounds like a recording, and I feel like Taeyeon is the same, where it's just like how the things I would do to hear Wheein and Taeyeon sing live. Have they ever sang live before? Oh my gosh, looking that up.
5 minutes later.
Okay, I didn't find anything, but that collaboration would make my life complete. Okay, let's keep going.
아직은 날 제대로 마주하긴 힘들지 낯설기는 하지만 변해가 조금씩 놀라워 어떻게 한결같이 그댄 날 사랑해주는지
She could just hit those low notes.
아름다워 그댈 닮고 싶었던
I'm trying to think of what note that was.
그댄 늘 가장 숨기고 싶었던 감정을 끌어내고 있는 그대로 솔직할 수 있게 다독여 날 일으켜 텅 빈 내 맘 깊이 스며드는
This makes me think of that Meghan Trainor song. I just realized. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you.
따스히 안아준 커다란 품 고요히 내린 밤비와 같이 떠난 내 기억을 낫게 해준 온전히 날 위해 흘린 눈물 해댈 틈 없이 작은 방 깊이가 거듭나 문을 열고 손 내밀어
This sounds like a recording.
My side 텅 빈 맘 깊이 스며든 온기 오래된 상처를 위로해준 따스히 안아준 커다란 품 고요히 내린
For a second there, I thought there was going to be like a key change. That would have been cool.
떠난 내 기억을 낫게 해준 온전히 날 위해 흘린 눈물 더 크고 따뜻한 봄이 되어 나 그댈 안아줄 수 있기를
Oof, beautiful. Ugh, so good. So stunning. She has such a like powerful presence just singing and standing there. I feel like that's not an easy thing to do because I feel like there's so much pressure on idols to, you know, they have to sing. They have to be amazing dancers. They also have to like rap. I feel like there's more and more pressure on idols to stand out and to like be everything at once, especially with the newer generation, like 4th gen idols, because you have to find ways to be different from all the other artists that are out there. Like, what makes you unique? But her voice just stands for itself. Like, she doesn't need to be doing like cartwheels and flips and whatever else when she's singing. Like, there are some idols who are really, really good at a lot of things, and some idols who are like the best of the best at one thing. And it kind of seems like that's Taeyeon's lane. Well, I'm sure she's a great dancer too. And we got like a hint of her rap skills. Oh, I would love to hear Taeyeon rap. Oh, my bias in every group is always the rapper. So I think if I heard a Taeyeon rap song from start to finish, I would just like spontaneously combust. So yeah, really enjoyed this batch of songs. I think that Siren, the first song, was my favorite of the 4. But again, just like the narrative of this album is so interesting that I will continue to do what I was doing and just not like frantically pause at the end of Toddler and at least get to go for the next 4 songs until we get to our last batch, which again, if it's going to be her hot girl summer, I am like here for that, but I'll just have to wait and see. So friends, thank you very much for joining me for part 2 of my INVU album reaction. I would love to know your thoughts about the reaction, about these songs. Which ones are your favorite? Have we gotten to your favorite song on the album yet? Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments. Would love to have a chat with you. I would also like to sincerely thank my patrons for making this video happen. My patrons have access to exclusive weekly reactions, as well as access to my YouTube schedule for the month and behind the scenes content. And then my $5 patrons have early access to my YouTube videos, the ability to vote on the content of a YouTube video once per month, and shoutouts at the end of every single one of my YouTube videos. So an extra special thank you to my $5 patrons, who are Azaya Life, Catherine W, Catherine H, CM, Chris Mary R, Desiree, MJN, Aaron M, Hope to Dust, It's Mr. Burrow, Jazzberry, Jennifer O, JLA, Kirsten, Chris M, Lady Snow 7989, Leah B, Nicey64, The Fashion Barbie, Tiffers, and Vicos. If you would like to help support my channel and enjoy some exclusive benefits, you can visit me at patreon.com/laurenclaireyt. But until part 3 of my INVU album reaction, I hope that you are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.